Yeah, this is great. Watch this. Watch how they embellish the fucking news.
A Chicago police officer is facing charges in the beating,
Now watch, he goes, the beating death, I mean beating.
of a handcuff.
Oh, so you always do that? You always say beating death and you say, oh, just beating. There's a big difference, dude. You wouldn't be trying to plant seed in somebody's mind, would you? You fucker. And then watch how fake this is.
Man, the incident was caught on video.
Look at this here. How many frames per second is this video taking? Okay, mine does, when I record these videos, it's 60 frames per second. This camera that they've got here is like, it's got to be like 10.
The video shows off.
Watch. You know, from the time he raises his fist to the time he supposedly hits him, it's like it's 10 frames a second. You see how low quality this is? It's not. In other words, the video isn't fluid. You can't see him push him and the guy moving. It's like a strobe effect.
Gauze.
Watch. Now he's swinging his fist. Yeah, but you only see his fist go from here, and then the guy's going backwards. That's it. That's it.
Handcuff man into an observation room at Jackson
Oh, so then he has his fist here, then he has his fist here, then he has his fist here.
Park Hospital. That's when you can see the officer punch the.
This is all made up stuff. See, this is where people have to learn to use discernment. You have to learn what's real and what's not real. This is not real in any way, shape, or form. The news anchor fucking dickweed planted the seed in your head that, oh, the beating death. Oh, I'm sorry, the beating. So he's already trying to get the maximum effect out of the video. Okay? So he's already planted the idea, oh, a black person got murdered by a police officer. And then they put this bogus video up here, which isn't, none of it's true.
Suspect in the face. Gauze is facing a felony.
His name's Gauze. What, come on. Gauze, a punch to the face. What do you use gauze for? You use gauze when you have an injury. You wrap wounds in a gauze.
For official misconduct, he's free on bond. City records show that since 2006, Gauze has had 11 complaints filed against him, including the Jackson Park Hospital incident.
Yes, it's what a tragedy that is. So everybody just going to stand here like this. What's the point of all these people being in the room? Grow up. Now this next one's even better. Watch this.
One of Chicago's controversial officers has resigned. Dante Servin.
Dante Servin? Dante, that's Dante's Inferno. Look, he's got the fucking Phoenician beard. The way this beard works, it's symmetrical, you see? See how it draws down here? This side is exactly the same as that side. Dante, that's Dante's Inferno.
Admitted his resignation 2 days before a police board hearing.
Oh, cut it out. There ain't nobody taking a picture like this, trying to make it all cutesy-butsy. Like, oh, I'm so innocent. Look at me. I'm in a candy cane field with gumdrop flowers. Fuck off.
That could have led to his firing. Servin shot and killed Rakia Boyd in 2012. She was unarmed. He was off duty at the time. Servin was acquitted of killing Boyd on a legal technicality.
Yeah, with these two colors, right? Yellow and pink, right?
And because he resigned, he could still be eligible to collect his full police pension.
Dante Servin, like he's doing time in hell. That's great.
Jackson Park Hospital. That's when you can see the officer punch the suspect in the face. Facing a felony for official misconduct. He's free on bond. City records show that since 2006, Gauze has had 11 complaints filed against him, including the Jackson Park Hospital incident. One of Chicago's most controversial officers has resigned. Dante Servin.
It's a verb. Dante Servin. Dante, go read the story. It's called the Oh, what the hell is it? It's a comedy. Called The Divine Comedy. It's really nothing funny about it. But the bottom line is Dante's the guy that goes through hell. So this guy, what they're saying is he's in hell. He's serving hell. Dante's serving? Are you kidding me?
Submitted his resignation 2 days before a police board hearing.
Look at me, I'm so wonderful. I got shot and I was unarmed. Unfortunately, none of this ever happened. Oh, boo-hoo. This is what I mean. There are things that really do happen, and there's things that really don't happen. And this is definitely one of them things that didn't happen.
That could have led to his firing. Servin shot and killed Rakia Boyd in 2012. She was unarmed. He was off duty at the time. Servin was acquitted of killing Boyd on a legal technicality, and because he resigned, he could still be eligible to collect his full police pension.
The next time you get an Illinois driver's license, expect some changes. No, you're not going to look like a glamour shot in your photo. That would be awesome, though. The licenses will have a photo visible under ultraviolet light. The background will have additional patterns and images that will be harder to counterfeit.
Nobody's counterfeiting licenses in this state. That's retarded. First of all, let me tell you how a counterfeit license would have to work. When the police get your license, I'm assuming it's kind of the same in every state. On the back, it looks like a credit card now. At least in our state it does. And what he does is he swipes that through his computer. And encoded in that strip is everything that's on the front. So even if your face was completely removed from the front of the license, he could swipe that and he would still have a complete copy digitally on his screen. So to counterfeit a license, most cops ain't going to just look at your license. They're going to walk back to their car and they're going to swipe it. Okay? The days of looking at it and just handing it back to you happens very rarely. If a cop's in a good mood, he says, all right, just slow it down. Very rarely does that happen anymore. Because it's all about money. So they're out to make money, not let you go. Give me a break.
Another big change, licenses.
And then look here. Here's the face here. Here's the shadow of this face over here. You see? This is the real one. See, this is the reflection. You see how they did that? And it's in ultraviolet.
Will all be printed at a single secure facility instead of being made at your local DMV.
Oh, at a single secure facility. Oh, a single secure one. See, when we go in here, we give our information and they hand you your license. Oh, so now they're going to mail it to you? Is that how this is going to work? Because I see this getting really fucking bizarre, that they won't just give you your new license. They'll mail it to you.
Under the old system, at counter service, you came into the facility and you walked out with the license. And that meant that the facility people had to do a great deal of work. They had to be on their toes in case they saw something that didn't look right.
Yeah, it's their job, asshole.
Back to the pictures, though. I want that to be better. The upgrades to the system will cost the state tens of millions of dollars over the next couple of years, but the fee for a new driver's license will stay the same.
Yeah, because you're pulling a fast one. I mean, it won't stay the same. It'll go up.
Funding in the fight against the Zika virus is making its way through Congress. The U.S. Senate passed a
Not the Zika virus, which I've never even heard of.
bill last night.
Yeah. Nice curtains, buddy.
It calls for $1.1 billion in emergency funding.
What's this? Split this thing down the middle. Exactly the equal opposites on either side.
The House is considering a bill with half as much money. The White House requested nearly $2 billion 3 months ago.
To fight the Zika virus, which nobody's ever heard about. I thought it was Ebola was going to kill us all. What happened? And then it was the bird flu, and then the swine flu. The swine flu is when pigs fly, asshole. It's just bullshit. The bird flu. You know what the bird flu is? Your bird is a cock. It's why the rooster is used to represent your dick. When you give somebody the finger, you're giving them the bird, because the bird is the rooster and the rooster is the cock. When they're talking about the bird flu, they're talking about a guy getting a fucking erection.
The Zika virus can cause serious birth defects in newborns.
Yes, and we know how concerned you are with that.
South Carolina passed a bill prohibiting abortions after 19 weeks. The legislation is now headed to Governor Nikki Haley's desk, and she is...
No governor should be named Nikki. And you look like you just got done sucking on about 15 bongs. That's right, I said 15, because you're one of them, you fucking whore.
Expected to sign it. South Carolina is the 17th state to pass the restrictive ban. The U.S. has its first openly gay head of a military branch.
Why do we even have a military? Why do we even have a military? Here, let's see what the military should really look like with the way that they're trying to get it to go.
Right. Now let's see something decent and military. Some precision drilling. Squad! Camp it up! Who get hurt? Whoops! I've got your number, but you couldn't afford me, dear. 2, 3. I'll scratch your eyes out. Don't come to Brigadier bitch with us, dear. We all know where you've been, you military fairy. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops! Don't look now, girls. The baker's just minced in with a dolly colored sergeant. 2, 3. Ooh! Right, stop that. Silly. And a bit suspect, I think.
Exactly, a bit suspect, I think. Fuck this bullshit.